Hi everyone. So today we will be talking about the experimental setup, whatever things are required there. So this is a very basic and a very important session because you should be aware what type of experiment you're doing and what are the things that you will be using there, right? So if we will first start with a test tube, you know that in chemistry test tube is very, very important because we use it a lot. So test tube is used to place solution to do any chemical reaction, right? So we use test tube for putting our solution which we have prepared. Now what is this? This is a test tube stand. Like if you were not using any test tube, so you know that test tube will be kept in a opposite direction like this, right? In this way. But when you have a solution in this, let's say I've added HCl to this. So if you have added some solution to it, now you will put it in this one like this. Okay, so this is a test tube stand in which you can keep the test tubes when you're using them, or when you're not using them, you will put in the opposite direction, and when you're using them, obviously you will put it in the upright position, right? Next is a beaker. Beaker is used to make the solution. Let's say if I want to mix HCl with NaOH, right, which is a base, and this is an acid. So I can keep this in this beaker. Beaker is where I can do the reactions, where I can keep the solution. Like if I'm having HCl in this and I'm pouring from the other beaker or any other test tube, let's say I'm adding NaOH, so I can do it in this beaker also, right? So next is this glass rod. Glass rod is used to mix something. Let's say I'm having NaOH crystals and I put it in water. You know that NaOH crystals are solid, right? So I can use a glass rod to mix them properly. What is conical flask? Now, conical flask is used for the titration purpose. Titration you will study in 11th class. Okay. Now, what is round bottom flask and why do we use it? Like, I think you all can see it and you all can guess it in a very good way because it's round, right? From the bottom, we call it as round bottom flask. Now, what is the use of round bottom flask? Whenever you have to heat any solution for at a very high temperature, we use this. Okay, I'll write it. So we use this when you are heating the solution. It is used for heating the solution at higher temperature. And if we talk about flat bottom flask, you know that in this, let's say I have to make 250 ml solution of NaOH with water. So if I want to make it and I want to keep it for an hour, so generally we make it in flat bottom flask, right? Because the round bottom flask, you cannot keep it because it is round from the bottom side. So you need something to hook upon it so that it can stick there, right? But flat bottom flask, it's flat from the bottom. That is the name flat bottom flask tells us, and you can easily keep it. So we take it as a stock, right? If we want to make a stock solution, we always make it in flat bottom flask. Okay, now this is a distillation flask. This is used because see, there is one gap from which all the gases can leak out. So this is a distillation flask which we can use for the distillation purpose. These are the delivery tubes which are used for the collection of gases. Okay, now what is this? Now you know that, let's say I'm doing some experiment in a test tube. I've mixed two solutions and I'm doing one reaction in a test tube. You know that the temperature can rise also. So it's not a very good thing that we can hold it with the hand. It's not possible. So we hold it with a test tube holder. So always remember, this is a test tube holder which is used for picking the test tubes in the right position. Now what is funnel used for? Funnel is used for the filtration purpose. Okay, or let's say if I want to make in this flat bottom flask, I want to prepare a 250 ml of solution. So what I can do is I can even put this funnel here, and through that funnel I can put this NaOH, and above that will put the water, and then I will shake it so that the NaOH properly mixed with the water content that you're having. Now cork is used to seal up something. Let's say you're having the solution in this and now you want to close it. So you can just put this cork. I'll use a different color. So what you can do is just after putting everything in this, you can remove this funnel, and after that you can put the cork here, right? So this cork will seal up everything. Now the environment which is present outside is not going to interfere with the solution. So this is how we use the cork. Next is china dish. China dish is used for heating of the chemicals and also for the crystallization purpose we use it. And watch glass generally we use to weigh the chemicals that you're having. Okay, so china dish is like you all can see H is there. See, china dish, H means heating of chemicals. That means we use the china dish for the heating of the chemicals. And watch glass is starting with W. That means we use it for the weighing of the chemicals. Okay, for weighing the chemical, we use this watch glass. There are some more things about which we have to discuss, but I think this is the first part, and it's almost clear to you all. If you still have any doubt related to why we're using any apparatus in this which we have discussed, if you have any doubt, please make sure that you all post your question there in the chat box. I will mention my mail ID also. You can mail me any doubt you're having related to this. One more part, and with that we'll be finished with all the apparatus whichever we use in our 9th to 12th class. So this is it for today. I'll be uploading the second part also. So please make sure that you all like, share, and subscribe to this channel and watch all the videos for a better result. So bye bye. Take care, all of you.